Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to my channel. I am Liz, or Lizzo. I am doing this reading for the first 2 weeks of October. So if you are watching this after the first 2 weeks of October, then you are watching it when you are supposed to watch it, or when you are supposed to hear the message. So I'm going to get right into the reading, and we'll see what comes out. So this is a reading for Scorpio. We want some clarity on what is happening in the first 2 weeks. Reading for Scorpio. What is going to happen in the first 2 weeks of October? What do I need to know? What do I need to do? What needs to happen? First 2 weeks of October for Scorpio. We'll check those ones. Just be it. That's a yes. There's a very light sort of, not light, but it's not as buzzy of an energy. Maybe you're feeling like you have low energy right now. Okay, that one's pretty strong. So first card that we have is we have the star. So the star is she is about having hope, having faith, maybe healing. So you might be healing from something, but this is like having hope in better, in something better. I like how she's kind of on this card. I don't know if you can see very clearly, but it's like she's lassoing the star. It's like she's lassoing it so that she can hang on to it. She has a very hopeful look on her face, and I'm also noticing this very light glow from her chest here, from her heart. So I feel like this is you're in a very, very well. I want to say it's like a very hopeful, hopeful but emotional state. Just it's. I don't want to say it's it's, and that's not a bad thing. I don't know. I'm not reading it as a bad thing. Um, like it's not like not like emotional, like your crazy emotion, like you're crazy emotional, but like it's sort of like your hope is coming from your chest, from your emotions, from your heart. Um, so that's where this is coming from. It's not like a it's not like a logical or like a um, like a rational, like you're not using rational logic right now in this state. You're going off of emotions, which is great for Scorpio. I mean they're a very emotional water sign. um, so it could also be healing with that um, with with that glow from the chest. You could be healing from something, whether that be like a sickness, maybe a heartbreak. It could be healing from like some sort of distress, like financial distress or something else. The next thing that or the next card that we have is we have the devil. So the devil is, he's like temptations and desires, and sometimes he can be mischievous. Um, Sometimes it can be about I don't want to say, it's not like the word I'm coming up with like is like a playful energy, but it's like a teasing sort of energy. So maybe there's somebody around you that has like this that carries this energy, or this could be you that carries this energy, that has like that sort of mischievous teasing sort of energy. And this could, I am going to clarify, definitely clarify the devil. I want to see what is causing this card to come out. So the world is the next card. So this is like the completion of a cycle. So this is the completion of a cycle. Something is coming to an end. One of your cycles is coming, or your your cycle that you're on is coming to an end, and you're going to be starting something new, like a new cycle. And I think that this is where the Two of Wands comes in. So the Two of Wands is about making a choice to stay or to move on, and this could be like from like staying or moving on from like a relationship. It could be staying or moving on from from like a job. This could also be just like thinking, just like sitting in contemplation um, about what you want to do next, which is I think where this like this ending of a cycle comes in, because you know that there's something, like you're coming to an end of a cycle. It's like what do you want to do next? Do you want to stay where you're at in this energy over here? In this energy over here, do you want to go to the future with this energy here? And that might be where the devil comes in at. We'll see if this is like, because he's like holding, well, he's holding out his hand because he's like, um, he is controlling this guy down here, but he's also holding out his hand so that you take it, so that he can, so that he can control you, so that he can guide you. And this might just be like if you're coming to an end of a relationship and that relationship was an abusive, controlling relationship, that could be why that card's coming out. That could be a very specific message for somebody. So I also have the Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords, she is very, I'm getting on for this reading, I am getting a stoic sort of vibe from her. She's kind of like that, like dark and it's not moody, it's broody. So she's kind of like that dark and broody, in that sort of state, like that dark and broody sort of state. Um, and that could just be like maybe like where you're at right now. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay there for forever, but you might be in like a dark and broody sort of state because of something that happened. That's the vibe that I'm getting from the card right now. I'm also focusing on this red flag up here, and kind of like the yellow one too, because like maybe this is like because of a relationship that had a lot of red flags and some yellow flags. That could be a very specific message for somebody. And I'm just, I'm also noticing her posture. She's kind of like, she looks like she's in contemplation, like she's kind of like thinking. So that might be because they're both of these cards, they kind of look like they're in the same sort of state, like this sort of like contemplation state. So she's like, I don't normally get like that sort of like in your head, like in your thoughts sort of feeling from the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Swords, I mean. But that's kind of what I'm getting from that, is like this sort of like contemplative state. That's for the star. So you are starting on a new journey. So this is your first clarification card for the star. So this is having a new hope. Maybe you have a new hope. You have this healing. Maybe you're in like this new healing mode, um, or you are maybe experiencing feelings that are new to you. And I want to clarify the devil. Clarify the devil for Scorpio. Okay, yeah, so I think that this may have been a relationship that ended, or maybe a friendship that ended, because we got the Lovers and we got the Empress. I feel like you're kind of like in this sort of like self-care mode, with the Empress coming out here, and with the Lovers coming out. I feel like this was an ending of a relationship or a friendship, or something. Maybe you had a love triangle here, like going on here, because with three of these coming out, maybe there was like a love triangle. Um, Maybe somebody was cheating, or I'm not getting that. That could be a particular message for somebody. Um, but there's nothing in the cards that would suggest that. It's just a message that I'm getting. Um, with the Empress, in this like self-care sort of mode, I am getting like a message of tapping into your feminine energy. uh, Maybe you do need to actually take a bath, and I'm not saying that you're dirty, but like maybe you actually need to take a bath and tap into like that water element, tap into that feminine, wash all of all of that negative emotion off. And then we are coming on the world. So let's clarify the world for Scorpio. So for the world, you have justice and you have the Seven of Cups. So for the Seven of Cups, this is about like um, having too many choices, or not being able to make a decision, or having the word I'm coming up with is illusions. Having like maybe no, it's not that word. That's not the word I'm trying to use. That's not the word I'm trying to find. I think that this is like is having misdirection. Misdirection is the word I'm trying to find for the with this card, with the Seven of Cups. So you also have the Justice card. So the Justice card, let me bring this up here. So the Justice card here is so she is, and I don't mean she as in a female. I mean she as in like the energy that I'm getting from the card. So she's about like the cause and effect, balance, the truth, finding the truth. So maybe you found the truth out about something. Like maybe this person thought that they had more options, and they chose a different option, and that's why this came to an end. Why this cycle is coming to an end. This could also be that that you're trying to find that you were, because I feel like this is like, since you're coming to an end, that this is an energy that maybe you are in currently, and then you will be, like your cycle will be coming to an end, or you have already gone through this and you're already at the end of the cycle. So take it how it resonates. And the other message that I'm getting with this is that you found that there was that you found the truth in all of the options. That some were not a good fit for you, and you had to kind of figure out what was good and what was bad between all of these. And I kind of feel like with these together, it's like finding the good and bad between all of the lies. And then we have the Two of Wands. I am going to clarify that Two of Wands. Clarify the Two of Wands for Scorpio. Clarify the Two of Wands for Scorpio. Okay. So you got the Knight of Swords for the Two of Wands. So for the Knight of Swords, I'm just going to bring this up here. So for the Knight of Swords, I feel like this is like a really, like normally it means like it's a very fast moving energy, a very swift moving energy. But I feel like this energy is also a blind energy. Because I am seeing like that her eyes are covered. I got the same sort of feeling from the card in a different reading. It was in reference to another card, though. Um, so I feel like for this card, I feel like this is like a, maybe not like a blind energy. I don't want to say it's not blind. Like her eyes are covered, and I don't know what kind of feeling I'm getting from that. I might just clarify this one as well. Um, but and the trees are kind of like leaning toward the wind, so it's kind of like going with going with the flow. I think um, is the message that I'm getting from this. Let me clarify that one. So I want to clarify the Knight of Swords. So we've got the High Priestess and the King of Wands. Okay, so you got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is so that usually wands are like about like um, very passionate, creative energy. So I feel like the quick energy, that feeling that I'm getting with this, or like that's it. But I also was feeling like this like go with the flow sort of energy, and it's not like it's like a fast flow. It's not like a slow flow. It's like a fast flow. But this is like a very passionate energy that I'm getting from this, and this would be in relation to the Two of Wands. So I think that this is trying to say to follow your passion, and then you also got the High Priestess here, and that's to like follow your intuition. So follow your passion and your intuition when it comes to making that decision on like staying or moving forward. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Oh, that was quick. Oh, so you got the World on that one as well. So you have two World cards. So something is definitely coming to an end here. So in relation to the Queen of Swords, I feel like this like that sort of that energy of like mm, I don't know if this is like trying to tell me like the red flag energy, like the red and yellow flag in the relationship. I think that's what that is telling me, is like that is the like the no, let me think on this just for a second. I For this one, this world, so it's like an ending, a completion of something, a completion of a cycle. And this guy's kind of like holding a flag as well. That's where I'm getting like that this is in relation to the red and yellow flags. Like maybe you're done with those relationships that have like those red and yellow flags. Um, you're you're done in that cycle. Like you've learned a lesson. You've learned a lesson, and you're ready to move on from that. That's the message that I'm getting for that. I want to see if there's anything else that comes out for that Queen of Swords energy. you also got Judgment. So, yeah, so Judgment is like there's a couple of different meanings that are my like go-to meanings for this card, and it's like self-reflection, and it's like accepting yourself for who you are. So I think that like this this Judgment card is like not judging yourself for any of this. I think that's where this Judgment card comes in at. It's like I feel like in this energy, in this Queen of Swords energy, like how she kind of like looks like she's like contemplating. Maybe you're judging yourself. Maybe you're contemplating like that you're like why did you let yourself do this, like those sort of like negative self-talk things. Usually the Queen of Swords doesn't give me that sort of energy, but that could be a specific message for somebody. Take it how it resonates. And but I think that this is telling you to not judge yourself and to not be critical of yourself, to be gentle with yourself at this time. Okay, and where are we going next, Spirit? Okay, we're going here. Okay. Oh, gosh. So we have play is my pathway to joy, and movement awakens my creative spirit. So I feel like these kind of like go hand in hand, like that's good. So 23, if you guys follow numerology, this first card is number 23. This one's called Joy. So this is what it looks like. And it says, play is my pathway to joy. So it says in here, many of us could use playtime in our lives. If we march through our days being too serious, we dampen our joy, which is vital to our beauty and feminine nature. Now is the time to embrace your playful innocence. Give yourself permission to live fully in the pursuit of what makes you feel joyful. The moments when you struggle with play or joy are opportunities to feel what is really going on inside. Notice your tendencies to tighten up. Then wholeheartedly invite blissfulness, joy into every cell of your being. You have an unlimited capacity to receive and express this lighter energy. Enjoy the pleasures of life without guilt, compromise, or excuses. Allow curiosity to fill your eyes with wonder. Be like a child playing in the sand with no fear of the waves sweeping away their castle. Over time, a happier outlook will become your home base. Play more and dazzle the world with your charm. So I think that that is kind of self-explanatory. To use play as a way, I feel it like it's as a way to like help you heal. You give yourself that time to play, to have that playful energy. And then we have number 27. And this card is called Movement. And it says, movement awakens my creative spirit. So this could be dancing, this could be yoga, this could be any sort of movement, walking, running. So it says, I want to see if I can get this kind of like in without, okay. Movement awakens our creative potential and our primal essence. It's a deep-rooted aspect of our womanly nature and acts as a superfood for our emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Your body dances with the song of your soul when you move and flow. Breathe deep, sweat breathe deep, sweat your intentions and empty out so that you can let more in. Recognize stagnation. Your body wants to move and avoiding this signal can lead to depression or buildup of stress. Movement flushes out tension, drawing clarity and confidence to the surface. You'll feel more self-reliant and generate more connected core energy. Replenish your magic and clear your head. Your body is your home and movement is your medicine. I love that. So movement is your medicine. So however you want to move your body, if you want to dance, if you want to do yoga, if you want to walk, if you want to run, those are the things that you should be doing right now when as you're watching, around the time that you're watching this video. They want me to go here. Okay, so they want me to do a archetype. They've been really wanting this deck. I like this deck. I bought it and I used it like maybe 3 times and then I never used it again. And I've had it for like a year. And then I got it out again like a week ago and I've been using it quite a few times since. Out of here, Spirit? Or am I going to keep shuffling? Okay, so we have the animal. So it says, we are mammals. The hair on our chest, between our legs, and between our legs reminds us so. We try hard to deny our unrefined animalistic nature, yet through this archetype, we tap into the power and direction. Activating the animal within means reawakening our relationship to nature in the most broad and embodied sense. Drinking from waterfalls, roaring at the moon, opening our eyes underwater, eating berries from the vine. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs, and remember the warm blood that pulses through our veins. The animal longs for breath, food, procreation, and physicality. It wants soil under our nails and starlight on our skin. If this all sounds terribly unsophisticated to you, take note that it is said that when Buddha became enlightened, he roared like a great lion. I love that. Love that energy for you. It says, notice your resistance to the animal within. Where does it come from? What has kept it from doing the wild? What has kept it from doing wild one? The animal demands we get comfortable in our own skin. The minute you accept, express, and celebrate the physical body, you tap into animal energy. So this is telling me that that it's kind of goes along with this movement card and this play card. It's like moving your body and tapping into your and listening to like what your body actually needs, like what your soul needs, what your physical body needs, what you know, what is it? What's the primal energy? Like, what is that telling you? What is that telling that you need? Do you need to go outside and howl at the moon? I would love to do that. There was a concert I went to a little while ago, and I just absolutely loved it because we were just all howling, and it was great. It was amazing. It was awesome. So this one says the mountain, if you can read it. So it says the mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us toward its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirits, sages, sadhus, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience, yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness, and an inflated sense of self. Standing upon its heights can activate the pursuit and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that it is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals, jewels reside. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. Research mountains, find one that strikes you and stare at it for a while. Where is it? The pilgrim may be awakening in you. The summit calls. Contemplate Joseph Campbell's suggestion. You are the central mountain, and the central mountain is everywhere. I like that. So, and I like, it says, grounded in the eternal, steadfast, and uplifting. So, this is telling you to, to rise to those new heights, but don't let your ego get too inflated while you rise, because I think that like with this ending, you're also healing, and that's going to help build your confidence a lot. But when that happens, just be sure that you're not letting your ego that you're not letting your ego get out of control there. Okay, and we have 4 agreements cards. I like to end with these ones. These are like one of my favorite cards. I don't want to say it's my favorite deck. I have so many favorite decks. But this is one of my favorite decks. So we have don't make assumptions and always do your best. So this says don't make assumptions, assume nothing. So it says in any kind of relationship, we can make assumptions that others know what we think, and we don't have to say what we want. We assume they are going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that? You should know. So this is all about like actually speaking how you're feeling and what your desire is, what your desires are. Um, Telling the other person how you want to be treated, telling the other person how you want to be maybe like talked to or whatever. This is like having an open line of communication with those around you. Don't assume that they know you so well that they should be able to know everything about you. And then this one says always do your best. It says practice makes the master. So this says by doing the best over and over, you can master the art of transformation by doing your best. The habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. So this is always doing your best. Your best is all that you can really give. So um, I and I like how it says you can master the art of transformation, because I think that that's what you're doing right here. This is all about transformation. This is all about like ending a cycle and starting a new one, and you're transforming yourself into something else. And by doing that, by always doing your best is all that you can really give. By always doing your best, I think that you're going to succeed here. And I believe that that is the ending of the reading. If you liked what you saw, please like, share, follow, and subscribe. And if you want a broader picture of what is going on in your energy right now, you can watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you don't know what your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus is, you can visit astro-seek, seek.com to view your chart, your horoscope chart, and that will give you your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Trying to say all those words at once. Okay, and thank you for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.